spacecraft landed in front of the woman, and she immediately stepped forward. The hatch slowly opened, and reporters who had been waiting for a long time quickly set up their equipment. Her husband walked out from inside. As the only person who had ever made contact with extraterrestrial life, he became the sole channel through which humanity understood the mysterious arrival. When people learned that the aliens had given Jack a gift, the government immediately tried to seize it. When Jack refused to cooperate, they drew their weapons and threatened him, forcing him to hand it over. But in the moment of the transfer, Jack suddenly opened the cover of the gift. At that same instant, 60% of patients suffering from leukemia, lymphoma, and other critical illnesses around the world were miraculously cured. This turned Jack into the spokesperson of the alien civilization. According to him, the aliens had come to Earth to eliminate war, pollution, and poverty, and to transform the planet into an ideal home. However, no one had ever seen what the aliens actually looked like, not even Jack. Still, the world did change exactly as promised war came to a halt. Warships that were once built for combat were converted into disaster relief transport vessels, and even oil pipelines in regions like Saudi Arabia were transformed into freshwater channels. Although many countries were unwilling, the massive ships hovering above their heads left them no choice. Within just 6 months, living conditions in poorer regions improved significantly. Yet there remained a group of dissenters who believed that the Overlord was hindering human progress. One night, a disabled boy witnessed his mother being robbed and was then shot in the heart by the attacker. But a beam of light suddenly engulfed the criminal, and in an instant, he collapsed in convulsions. The boy, who had already died, miraculously came back to life, and even his disabled legs were fully restored. This proved that the Overlord had already taken control of human justice and could punish criminals according to its own standards. As a result, the Freedom Group's protests rapidly escalated. They later kidnapped Jack and brought him to an underground base, broadcasting the entire process worldwide. The Freedom Group intended to gain more supporters through this, but Jack's reaction was extremely intense. In the chaos, a member fired a gun, but the moment the bullet left the barrel, time suddenly froze. It turned out that the Overlord had already been monitoring them. The reason it had not intervened earlier was to show the world the true nature of the Freedom Group's ruthless methods. After this, the Freedom Group quickly collapsed, but this was only the beginning of the Overlord's plan. From that point on, Jack, as its spokesperson, was never summoned again, because humanity had already fully adapted to the life the Overlord provided. For 15 years, humans lived without work, without disease, and with abundant resources. The Earth, reborn, became like a paradise. In the end, the Overlord decided to reveal its true appearance to humanity.